When I was a kid, I guess it was during the Depression. I was never depressed. Nobody ever depressed me. The first nickel I ever had, I got at a birthday party that we had there at Grandpa's. And then we used to light real candles on the Christmas trees. He'd go out and cut the top off of one of these big, high pine trees, bring it in, and we'd put candles on it. He called me his little Shasta Daisy, and he hauled me all over. He and I had some very charming conversations. There was a school teacher, a third grade teacher. She was the orneriest old critter on earth, and she was after him because his wife, my grandmother, died the year I was born, and so he never remarried. But we were sitting out on a log one day in the orchard. He said to me, "Do you think I ought to marry Emma Bush?" And I said, "Good grief, no." And I was at least 2 feet high. I guess I met your grandpa when we went on a blind date. He came into the house, and we had a piano. He'd never been around a piano. He played a lot of string instruments and things, but he sat down at that thing and played boogie-woogie like you can't believe. And he was always able to play the piano or anything else by ear. We got married on my graduation day. Right out of high school, I was 17.
Wow.
We had to take his mother and mine. His mother he was old enough, he was 21. But we took him and went down to the county building and got married. Then we rushed back and went to the graduation dance for a while, and we had a little apartment rented in Provo that we went to after that. So we had quite a day that day. I went to work at a place that was making clothes over around the corner from there, and he went to work at a car shop. He was selling parts. He was the manager of the parts department. And then he did that for a while, and they kept trying to get him to go to the bank, and he didn't go. We went out to a car shop out to Roosevelt and lived a year. We didn't stay out there too long. Then he came back and went to work for a car shop in American Fork, and first thing you know, he was back in the bank business. They always wanted him in the bank. He was in the bank for 32 years. And all during this time, he was the judge for 3 courts. And I was the judge pro tem and the judge clerk. I did all the book work and all the warrants and all the stuff like that. So I've looked hell right in the eyes, believe me. We had 5 motorcycles. Keith had gotten in a motorcycle accident when he was in high school, and he didn't want one. Well, somebody had come in the bank with this big deal on this whole big truck full of motorcycles, so he bought one. Next thing you know, he bought me one. Then we each had one until we had our 5th one was the biggest Honda you ever get. We rode double on it. And then when we decided it was getting a little dangerous out there, we had 5 motorhomes. We went all over the Northwest in both our motorcycles and our motorhomes. We really had a good time. We went on dozens of conventions and things, really fancy ones. We went to Mexico twice, we went to Hawaii twice, and we went to New Orleans twice. We went to the Bahamas. We went to New York. We went to Washington, D.C. All those things we saw. And whatever, that's where I am. So that's about as good a history as I can give you.